Huh?
Nothing. Say just
Hey,
continue.
what's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Hope you had a nice day. Well, it was a nice day. Went out, you know, had to come back in, but to interview this nice, lovely lady. Her name is Nicole Strauss. Forgive
Strauss.
me if I Strauss. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually seen you on the app.
I can't. I
You
didn't hear
hear
what you
me?
just said. No, I didn't hear what you just said. You broke up
No,
a little
I
bit.
said I see. Oh, okay. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Gotta put the. You still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, I was saying that I seen you. I, do I sound good?
Yes, I can hear you now.
O- Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes my tablet be in and out. So yeah, I seen you on last Sunday. You was performing and stuff. So
But where are you
you was
sitting?
on stage.
Cause I was looking at the pics on your Instagram, and you had some really like good shots, and they were like seemed to be pretty close. So were you sitting close to the stage?
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like it's a small. It was a small auditorium.
Yeah,
It
it was.
wasn't like
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it was a bit inconvenient because like the people would like pass and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's everybody. So people get up and start walking around. Like it's annoying.
Yeah,
That's everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. At one point, I was like, this thing is driving me insane. Like, I had to get up. I had to get up and I was gonna leave. So
Uh,
but it was raining really hard. So I was like, let me go back inside. And
oh
then when I was
damn.
going back, I seen you taking pictures with people and stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and I noticed you see me, but I don't know at that moment,
Uh,
you can't really recognize me, but I was wearing a baseball hat and yellow shirt
okay.
and
I probably
stuff.
did.
But that
So
yeah,
you
but you
were you
you was
standing? Were you standing by the
occupied,
door? Yeah. Were you
huh?
standing by the? Were you standing by the door?
I was going
Or
back to the show.
oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's when I first like, wow, maybe I should have said something to this lady, just say hi or but it happens. But luckily, I seen you on Instagram and
Yeah.
I really appreciated you giving me, you know, responded to me. So, well, thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk with you.
Okay. And thank you.
And
This is actually my first interview as a professional bodybuilder. So,
uh, no
so,
problem.
thank you for this opportunity as well.
No doubt. I appreciate that. Well, I might as well get to the basics. Like, what got you started into bodybuilding?
Well, I used to go to the gym with my dad when I was little, and it wasn't because he was trying to get me to bodybuilding. It was just because he had nobody to watch me. So he's like, all right, I'll just bring her along with me. And I was like, I think I was like 10 years old, 10 or 11. So
Yeah.
it was a it was a bodybuilding gym. It wasn't like some of these commercial gyms. It was like this
Mm,
gym was for like I mean you had other people there that just regular people that just worked out too, but the majority of people that worked out there were bodybuilders. So I seen a couple women there. I seen two women there that were bodybuilders. There other women, regular women too, that just went there for fitness and maybe to whatever their fitness goals were to lose weight or just to stay in shape. But there were two women who I knew were bodybuilders because they had a really nice physique, but they weren't very big. They were like petite, and
right.
I think that kind of subconsciously it sparked my interest, even though I didn't know it at the time because I was so young. But I was like, wow, that
Mm,
I was so fascinated by that look, and that was the first time I'd ever seen like female bodybuilders out. So I didn't, so like it was fascinating, it was different, but I liked
right.
it. I was like, they look and they were very feminine,
Right.
so that's what sparked my interest. And then just constantly going to the gym with my dad. Sometimes I would dibble and dabble. He wouldn't let me pick up any of the free weights, so I just did like some light weights on the machines. I tried like different machines out, and
Mm.
that's actually where it all started. So,
How far was this, if you don't mind me asking?
uh, the gym or
No, like when you was a kid, like what decade was this? Was this the
I was the 80s,
90s,
but that was the 80s.
80s?
It
Oh,
was 1985. It was
oh,
19,
okay, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Did you like over the years, did you like watch like professional athletes like Corey Everson or Linda Murray or any of these women I'm naming, like
so
bodybuilders?
when I was young, I did not. I the most I did was I looked at like a lot of bodybuilding magazines that my dad used to get because back then
Yeah,
nothing was digital back then. Of course, you get like the actual,
yeah, yeah,
I would actually look through the actual magazines and I had an activity when I was in sixth grade. We had an art activity where we had to make collages, and my collage was just like of female bodybuilders, and we had prizes, and I came in first place. So I didn't know any of their names,
yeah.
but I
Oh,
didn't
you
actually.
made a collage?
I made a collage of like of female bodybuilders when
Oh, that's cool.
when I was in the sixth grade,
Oh, that's cool.
and it came in
What?
first place. So
Oh, they,
yeah,
they, they. What was their reaction when you did that?
they were like, "Wow!" They didn't understand.
Yeah,
I open that. I need to like. They didn't understand. Um, they were fascinated, just like I think they were fascinated by it, just like I was when I was little, because it's like you don't. That's not something that you typically see every day. Like you don't see a woman walking around with like very huge, defined muscles, like you don't, or like very vascular, or
yeah.
you don't. Even now, you don't see majority. You don't see a lot of women walking around that way. So when you do see a woman that's like very like a bodybuilding woman that's like in really good shape, it's like you have to just you can't help but to look. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
very common.
yeah. I'm in New York too, so it's very rare to see a muscular woman, and then when
Yes.
you see it, when you do see them, I'm just looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I want to say something, but I was like, nah, let me
Yeah.
control. Yeah, so what
I,
what?
and I get it. Not to cut you off. One time I was in the gym when I first started building, and my physique was like starting to come out. I was in the locker room. I think it was when Bally Total Fitness was still open,
Yeah,
and I was in the locker room and I was changing, and this woman was staring at me, and I almost got offended, but then I was just like, then she spoke to me. She's like, I really like your physique, and I was just like, oh my god, like I gotta. It's like okay, it's like you can't really see what they see.
yeah.
No, it just looks. But then when I see a woman that's like really muscular, yeah, like, I went to Olympia a couple years ago, and
Okay.
like I get it. It's like I see what like other people probably see because it's like wow,
Yeah,
it's not really something you see every day.
yeah. I mean, you do get. I mean, it could be enchanting if I could use that word.
Hmm.
Just looking at them, and
Yeah,
then it has this beauty side, and it has the ugly side.
yeah,
Like to an extreme.
yes,
So
yeah.
yeah. But I'm like, but when did you started like competing?
I did my first show in 2019. It was an
Oh,
NBC.
okay.
That was the first show that I did, and it was fun. It was an experience because I had never done anything like that before. I was
Mm,
a little not nervous, but I would say I was a little skeptical. My first thought was like, oh my god, they're gonna see me on stage with like my underwear. That was my fear at first. Not so much on stage, but just they're gonna be looking at me. Okay, they have to look at you.
yeah,
You know?
that's the whole purpose.
Yeah. So once I got over that, like I said, this wasn't like it was a fear. It was just like I don't know. Not even insecure. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was a fear or an insecurity. It was just like okay. I mean, you don't walk down the street with your underwear on, right? So I felt
Right.
like there's gonna be like a lot of people there watching you. So I had to get over that hump, I would say, that
Mm.
obstacle in the road, and walk over that obstacle. And then when I felt comfortable, actually, when I started, getting lean, and I put my suit on, and I felt more confident. I felt more comfortable to step on stage.
What made you want to do it? Like just you just took a dive and just said, let me just do it.
Well, my trainer at the time, he'd done a bodybuilding show, I think prior, maybe a couple years before, and then he told me, he's like, you have a nice physique. You should try and do, maybe you should try and do a show. And then I was like, okay. I just said, okay, why not?
Mm.
And
That's
that's
cool.
really the rest is history.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I first seen you. Like I said, I first seen you in this competition, the Big Apple.
Yeah,
Like, what was that feeling like being that? Now, this was your first OCB show.
that was my first OCB show.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
You didn't know
and my second show ever.
your second show?
Yeah, my second show ever. Like, remember the first one was back in 2019. It was an
Oh,
NPC,
okay,
and I switched over to OCB, and
okay.
this is my first OCB show. So I did two shows.
Oh, okay.
This is my second show ever.
Why you decided to switch?
Okay, so I actually was going to do an NPC show, and then
Hmm.
I remember during the pandemic, I joined like a group called on Facebook called Women Who Lift Weights,
Yeah.
and we were like it was a private group, and we would kind of like just post pictures of each other's physiques, like where we are, our progress and stuff, like how we're making out during the pandemic. So I posted an old video that I did when I was training for my first show, and
Mm.
then somebody like messaged me. She said, you should do OCB. You know, I think you would probably like it." And then I looked it up, and it was natural bodybuilding. I was like, okay, that sparked my interest. And then one day I was just like, I was looking through. I was like, I don't have to only stick to NPC. There's other federations. So I looked up. I went on to OCB's website, and they had a show in Brooklyn. The same
Yeah.
show that you saw on Sunday. They had that same show last year, but it was on a Saturday. I think it was August 4th, but last year I found on a Saturday.
Mm.
I was like, I'm here in Brooklyn. It's like just a train right away. Why not just go and just check it out? And then when I went that day, I just fell in love. I was like, yes, it's in Brooklyn, where I'm from. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. It's like the energy, everything was just like it was amazing. They were super supportive of the athletes. You know, the way they would compliment the athletes on stage.
Right.
Um, you know, the energy was just good. Everybody seemed super supportive.
Yeah.
They didn't have too many figure competitors. Last year there were only two figure competitors. I was like, nah, they need. So I was like, they need more figure. So I decided. I told my coach, I was like, this is my show. This is my show. So we're like, all right, let's get to work, and that's what we
Yeah.
did. That's how I ended up
Yeah.
doing Big Apple.
Yeah. Like that was like my second show I went to. The first show I went to was the New York Pro, and then
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Oh, you went there?
I went there. I went to the. It was a while ago. I went to the New York Pro back in 2019 when I was my first.
Oh, okay. I
And
went.
the other one, I saw that I watched because you could watch it, you could live stream it. So I just watched because I knew someone that was competing in it, that was competing in classic physique.
Yeah.
So I just watched it to support him, and yeah, I just watched it live on it.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah,
Well, we got some guests here in the live. We have, let me see, Tony W. Oh Jesus, I hate this stuff. Let me see. Tony W. Look at the top female winner. Okay. And you got my friend all the ways, George Page, who he does female content on bodybuilders. Good evening, George. And how was her support system leading up to the event?
it was amazing. Like my gym, the people at my gym, they were super supportive of me. My mom, who doesn't, she's not a woman of many words, but anytime she saw me, she would say, "Damn, girl, you look good." And she actually went to my first show, and
Mm,
she was really happy. She was super proud of me. So I got support from my mom, support from my sisters. You know, I got support from the people that I work with. So the support system it was really good. It
okay.
was. So
Okay.
my
You
coach, of
got
course, yeah. Yeah, the support was really good. I didn't. There wasn't too much negativity around. I mean, there was some, but it wasn't too much. That wouldn't even the little bit of negativity I deal with. I really just didn't let it phase me. And I was
uh,
like, but because I got more support than anything.
what kind of negativity, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm like, somebody told me I didn't look good. And I was too skinny, which is like
No.
it's a difference between being skinny and being lean. You know,
Hmm?
I,
Eh, don't pay people no
before you show
mind.
when you get to that point when you start to cut and you get really lean. I know and I saw how I looked in the mirror. I looked in the mirror one time. I was like, wow, I looked even like my face started to change. I saw like the in my cheeks. I kind of like saw the bone structure around my cheeks and stuff. So everything really started to change. So I guess they weren't used to seeing me looking that way, so they thought something was wrong. But
Right.
no, it's not that. It's like it's for a very short period of time. I'm getting lean because that's how your muscles. That's how your muscles. That's how you see the definition of your muscles. You got to get lean. You got to lose the body fat. So, but I'm not really big to begin with. So probably just from that person's point of view, it probably just look crazy, you know.
Okay.
But
Always George
it
Pitt.
didn't
Oh,
bother me. It didn't bother me. So I was like, whatever. Like I don't have time to explain it. So, but but for the most part, oh, and somebody hit me up on Instagram to tell me I looked horrible. Like I don't look like a
well, you
bodybuilder.
got some haters. It's
Yeah,
always some haters.
yeah. So,
It's always that.
but there were so few
Sometimes,
that I'm
nah,
listening.
I was saying like sometimes people just do it because they don't got nothing else to do.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And that didn't even bother me. I just like they were messaging me. I just blocked them. I was like, come on, like seriously. Like you said, you ain't got nothing better to do. But go through my Instagram and tell me that I look terrible.
sometimes they just want attention. It could be that too. So
Well, I didn't engage. I don't.
right.
Yeah, I don't entertain conversations like that. I just block and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So always George Page asks what made her want to compete to OCB. Now you gave the reason, right?
Oh no, no, actually I didn't. I just said I guess the reason I said was because I went to see a show and I like the energy and
Okay.
and then that was a big deal because so a lot of these shows aren't there aren't I don't know any shows that are like in New York City. No, if I say New York City, I talk about the five boroughs. I'm not talking about like Long Island or upstate, but like in New York City, there's like you don't have any bodybuilding shows like within the five boroughs. So how dope is it to have a show in Brooklyn where I'm from? I don't have to
Yeah.
pay for a hotel. I don't have to travel. That's just like less money I have to spend because these shows are very they get very pricey.
Right.
Paying to compete in the show. So
Yeah, it was cheap. It was like the one show was like $60. Somebody told me about this show on like somebody I interviewed. They was a part of the OCB,
yeah,
and they said that they have a show. They told me they got a show in Brooklyn. I was like, yeah, and so I
yeah,
checked, and I wasn't able to like pay online, so I just paid like when I entered the door. So
yeah.
you know,
That's good. That's for the whole show. So you don't have to pay two different prices. So it's like that's it. You just pay one price and you get to see the entire show. And that's another thing I liked about it too.
yeah.
So
How far do you want to like compete? Like especially like in OCB.
I wanna train. I was talking to my coach. So I wanna build for a year to see where I'm at, see how everything looks, and if I like it, I'll sign up for a pro show to do my pro debut. If I feel like I need to build more muscle, I'll just wait a little bit because I am in no rush. I took my time. I actually trained for 3 years before I competed in the show last Sunday. So I'm very patient. I will take my time. Now if I'm competing with the pros, I want to come correct. Because
Yeah,
I watch a lot of YouTube videos of pro shows and like they're not playing. Those
yeah,
women are not playing. I'm not playing either. So I want to make sure everything looks good. I present my best package possible. My posing is on point. And yeah. So I want to do a pro show and see where it goes from there. And then eventually, like down the line, I think I want to try women's physique.
okay. Yeah, I was about to ask you like you
Yeah,
ever thought about moving up or anything like that.
yeah, definitely. So that's
Yeah,
definitely in my game plan. But
yeah,
it's gonna take a while to get to that point. But like I said,
yeah,
I'm very patient. I always want to bring the best package possible I can to the stage. You know?
yeah. What was your thoughts like on stage? Like
Yeah. That's a good question because when I first went on stage, like when the first time, I was a little nervous when they did
yeah,
35 and up. I was like, oh my god, this is really happening. So my pose it felt a little stiff. Then after that, to me that was my warm up. Then after I kept going out, then I went out again for the 40 and up. All right, then I went out back out again for the open class. So after that, by the time I got to open, I felt good. I felt my body was warmed up. I felt like it was more fluid, which was great because by the time we did our individual routines, I just felt like okay. I felt like I was like floating on air. I
yeah,
was like, all right, I got this. Because I think you got to I had to get a feel for the stage again. Because I only competed one time. So I had to get a feel for the stage. I had to just own the stage. So when I was out there, I was like, all right, this is my stage. I'm gonna own it. This is mine. I own it. I'm here. I'm taking control. So by the time I got to the individual routine, I was like, yeah, I got this. This is my stage. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna just put on the best show I possibly can. Make it, make it sexy, make it sporty, So,
Yeah,
but at first I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. I mean, one thing about the show, positive, that there's people that they're just average people,
Hmm.
and they coming to see these people, because I seen the men and I see the women, and the people were very supportive and they was
Yeah,
clapping and stuff, and
yeah,
even the commentator, he was telling the crowd to, like, to support the women more,
yeah,
because it was like at one point nobody didn't really say nothing, but
mm,
then he was telling them, yeah, like, yeah, scream for these ladies, man, they work
yeah,
hard, and
yeah.
yeah,
I heard that.
so
I heard when they said that.
yeah, yeah,
Come on,
because
you got to think too. We're backstage. We're waiting for the show to happen.
right,
And backstage, you still gotta stay. You can't really eat anything. So everybody's backstage eating, pretty much eating rice cakes to kind of
mm,
just to keep your energy up. No, rice cakes, a little bit, a little bit of fat, a little bit of just like very little carbs, just a little protein, just to keep you, just to keep your body just like energized. So you can perform well on stage. So think about it, we've been waiting back there for hours to
right,
perform. We still got to have that energy. We still got to smile and be confident for the judges. We still got to pose, and posing is very difficult. So I'm happy they
yeah,
said that because we train just as hard as the men do. That's
yeah,
the difference. We
yeah,
go through prep. We train hard. We sacrifice just like the men do. So I think we deserve just as much support as they do.
yeah. Because when I came, I seen, like, like, I seen the men performing, and I seen even women, like, recording the men mostly.
Yeah,
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 they was like, everybody was hyped, like the men and the women, like the audience, they was really hyped.
yeah,
But then when the women came, it was a little bit sluggish, but then later on, the
yeah.
energy was there. So yeah, yeah. Do you think, like, what, I don't know if you can answer this question, but what is, like, how would, like, the organization, like, promote it more with the OCB?
I don't. How do they? I don't know. I'm not sure how they promote,
Oh,
but I'm not really sure. Only thing I could do because I know there was a show in Connecticut in April, and
yeah.
my posing coach, she promoted that show. So what she did, she gave me a bunch of flyers. She goes, can you get us out to people at the gym? So what I did, when I went to the gym, I put it on the front desk. I told people about the show. So that's the best that I can do as far as like promotion. But I think they're doing really good at promoting because if you sign up for their emails, they send out emails all the time about the upcoming shows.
Yeah,
You know, um, you check the website regularly. You see like shows that are upcoming, amateur shows. It explains if you want to enter. It explains how you can go about entering. So, but I think they do a really good job of promoting and to the community of people that are interested in natural bodybuilding.
so you entered online
Yeah, I entered
mostly?
online. Yeah, I entered online.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I looked it up online because I was just curious to see. I was like before I enter another NPC show. At the time, I didn't know which one I was going to enter at the time because they have so many
Mm,
shows, especially amateur shows. They have shows throughout the year.
right.
So I wasn't sure. I wanted to pick one that's closest to my house because they don't have any in New York. So it had to be like maybe Jersey or like Connecticut or like they have some in Delaware. They have some in Maryland. So I picked a show that's closest to it's the closest proximity to where I live. But then when I started looking online, I was like, let me see what the OCB has to offer. Then they just so happened to have when I looked at it, they so happened to have one in Brooklyn. I was like, I'm going to that show. I want to see that show. And like I said, it's really easy to get to. Like I took one train, the two train to I think it was DeKalb Avenue. No, to two train to Nevins Street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nevins. Yeah.
it's like right across. It's like right across the street from Junior's. I was like, this is perfect. I went to see the show. I fell in love. I loved it. I was like, this is my next show.
Would you travel, like, from, like, another state,
Yep.
or
Mhm.
oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, because I was talking to my posing coach today because she wanted to go over my posing from the show, and she said, yeah, for pro show I'm gonna have to travel, so I'm gonna have to pick a state. So she said, she's been in the OCB for a very long time. So she said, no, we'll go over it. We'll just pick a state that you can go to where you have like some, some decent competitors. That'll be your first pro show. But since it's gonna take some time for me to build and to get to that point, practice my posing. But yeah, I would definitely, and it would
Can
be
I?
nice. Nice to just change the scenery. Nice to travel. Could probably just make a vacation out of it or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can I? I'm gonna ask a silly question. Why they don't have like women's bodybuilding in the OCB? Is do they want to just keep it natural? They don't want it to be to a point where it gets like real freaky or anything like that.
oh, I don't know. I mean, it would be. I think that would be good if they had a women's bodybuilding category.
Yeah,
Just see a natural. Because you have some women that are like just have just big bones. They just have that they just have that size, but they can
yeah,
really muscle. I think that would be great. I don't know why they don't have that category, but it'd be nice to see women in like in a natural bodybuilding category, or maybe women don't have no woman has expressed interest in it. Maybe I don't know, but I
right,
think that it would be good.
right.
Those are I feel like so those categories are the most popular. The bigger and more muscular you have to be, it just gets less popular for women.
Right.
Not because it's not achievable. Maybe it could be interest. Maybe because it's hard to achieve. I don't know. I don't know why it's like that, but
I'm sorry. Can you give me 1 second?
yeah, no problem.
Just one. Hello. I'm
Yes.
sorry about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We got all of age. What does she do for a living? What do you do for a living?
Oh, by craft, I'm an electrician,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, that's by craft. But right now, I'm actually a manager at my job. So
Oh, oh.
so yeah.
What kind of electrician you do?
Well, I started out in construction, like doing,
Oh, okay.
and then I moved over to the railroad, and I still work I still work for the railroad, but now I work on a management level. So I manage the work now instead of doing the actual work.
So you do MTA?
No, I don't do MTA.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
He said the problem. He said the problem. It's hard to get that size naturally.
Oh,
Yeah.
even so, you can still get big enough. I think they can still have a bodybuilding category. You know, obviously, I've seen some women. I've seen some really nice sized women who are natural, who could probably potentially be bodybuilders if they had a bodybuilding category and I'm in OCB. But who knows what the future holds?
Right. Y-
I would love to see that. I
Yeah.
would. Yeah.
Yeah. So your coach he's from the UK. Sam
Oh,
the
so
what's his name again?
Samantha. Sam is short for Samantha. So she's a woman.
Oh, I thought she
Yeah.
was. I thought the person was a guy.
No, no, no. Sam is short for
Oh
Samantha. Nah.
yeah, they came
Yeah.
to see you all the way. They came up from the UK to see you. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how dope is
What,
that, right? Yeah, 'cause I met her.
yeah.
I met her online. I met her in that. This remember I told you about the Facebook group for women with the women in bodybuilding. That's
Right.
where I met her online, and like the rest is history. We started
Yeah.
working together, and yeah, and here we are.
No doubt. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show the viewers your Instagram.
Okay.
So I'm on my tablet. Forgive me.
No
So
problem.
yeah, and we going. Yeah. So we here.
Okay.
Take this little thing out the way because this thing's driving me nuts. And there we go. Yeah, I see your two boys. They how they enjoyed the show.
They were super proud of me. Like my son.
Yeah.
My oldest son who never posts on Instagram, he gave me a
Right.
shot. Like he was really proud of me. And my youngest one says he wants to be a bodybuilder, but we'll see.
How old are they?
My oldest is 23, and my youngest is 13, and he'll be 14 in a couple weeks. The young one.
Oh, okay, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, and you won like 5 trophies.
Actually, I won. I got 3 trophies and 1 medal.
Okay,
Yeah.
like you don't mind like explaining like in what like I know it's the 35
Yeah.
and 40 and the overall.
Open. So I won. There were 3 different classes. There was 35,
Right.
40 and up, and open. So
Okay.
I won all 3, and like whoever wins the open just wins the overall. Because everybody that competed in open, I competed against them in every other category. So it was all the figure competitors competing against each other. Yeah.
Right. What was your expectation like throughout the show? Like while you was competing, did you thought you was you expecting to win something or you just didn't
I
care?
I expected. I think with the 40 and up, because I'm in my 40s. I was like, with the 40 and up, I think I'll place well in the 40 and up. I think, but you
Mm,
never know because like these shows, they're very subjective. So
right.
it's really what that judge that day thinks. So if that judge likes you the best that day, then you win. If they don't like you the best that day, then you don't win. So
Mm,
I felt confident for 40 and up. 35 and up, I didn't know. And open, I was like, I really didn't know because the thing is that you really can't tell. Let's say you see like the other competitors like backstage getting ready, getting pumped. I noticed, and this is like it just hit me. You really can't tell what the person looks like until they get on stage and start posing because that's when they start flexing. That's when all the muscles come out. So I couldn't really tell what the other competitors look like. So I was just like, I was like, I really don't know. Then they just kept calling my name last or my number. I was like, I like
yeah.
I can't even tell you how it felt. It was like I really exceeded my expectations. Like I did not expect this to happen. It was just like, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it took
See
me
the
like this whole week. I've been like, I'm okay now. I think like the dust settled a little bit now, but the whole week I was just like, I was really trying to process everything that happened last Sunday. I was like, this really happened. Like this really happened. you know?
like what yeah, well like what like after the show like did you did you went to a restaurant to get something to eat like your favorite food or
Yes.
what
Yeah.
you got?
Popeyes.
Yo, you know that's funny because after I left the show, I went to Popeyes.
yes.
Yeah, I know. I think I know
Yeah.
where you went. You went to Nevin Street, right?
No, I didn't go to that one. I went to the one that's close to my house.
Oh,
So
okay. All right.
right after the show, we just went straight to the drive-through.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I tell you, I wanted dark meat chicken because I hadn't had that in a while. So
Mm,
I wanted a thigh and a leg, Cajun fries and a biscuit. And I said, I'm eating the skin too.
yeah, yeah. I like the Cajun fries. It's really good.
yeah,
Yeah, I
you can eat them without ketchup. They're amazing. I love them.
yeah, yeah. Like 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 how long like in a day you would do practice your posing?
If I practice mostly at the gym because my posing coach, she said try and practice like in between sets when you get warmed up. And then if
Yeah,
I practice at home in my heels, I'd probably do 15 minutes here and 15 minutes there because it's not really good to stand in your heels for too long. Then when we practice, my coach and I would practice with her once a week. It was probably for like 45 minutes to an hour opposing.
right.
But 'cause you
Yeah,
practice not for too long because you're wearing shoes and you don't want to and you're gonna get tired because like flexing, it really you really can't tell from the audience like if you really don't know the sport. But flexing is really hard. Flexing is a workout in itself.
right,
So imagine you have to flex every
right.
single muscle in your body, and you got to keep your stomach like sucked in. So when I first started posing, there was times when I was posing like my stomach would drop or my shoulder would drop to the side, or I kind of lose my
Mm,
pose. I would lose my flex, but you really got to practice just holding that flex for a long time. So it's hard. So you just pose a little bit here and there, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Like in my heels, I would put my heels on with my coach. I'd practice like for 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah, that's what I
is
think
there
worked best for me.
i- is there like people like regular people that you know that would like to try out bodybuilding?
No one has expressed that interest
Yeah,
that I know of. The most I get is the people that they want to get in shape or stay in shape. They'll probably ask questions about nutrition or what they can do if they're just starting out. I'll give the best
right,
advice that I can give. And my advice for like people like that just like starting on their fitness journey. I wouldn't even say bodybuilding, just your fitness journey in general. Just trying to get on a regular exercise program. I would say just try to do something. First, start by walking, get mobile. Just walk more, or just do something that you like to do. Because my sister asked me about what she can do to get back in shape. I said, do something you like. Because my sister, like, when we were young, she was like the best dancer. She loved to dance. We would dance at parties. Like, she was a really good dancer. I said, why don't you take a dance class? Do something that you like. It's better than doing nothing.
yeah,
So you can start there. Because I wouldn't encourage people to go to the gym if they're not really familiar with the equipment. Not just yet, because like if you go to the gym and you don't have any help and you're not familiar with the equipment, it can be very intimidating. You could probably lose interest and you might not want to do it
yeah,
anymore. So I feel like it's best to
yeah.
start walking. Start with something you like to do. And that would make it fun.
Do you like that, like on cardio? What, like, do you run or?
I don't run for cardio. For this prep, I just did a lot. I just stairmaster.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. You got hold on. What places would she like to travel and maybe compete?
Um.
Hello? Oh, she probably got cut off. Wait a little while. Y'all can look at some stuff. Maybe she'll come back. I don't know.
So, sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's
Phone's
cool.
ringing.
It's cool.
I see that. I see there's I get like a lot of emails from OCB of like where they're the different cities where they have competition. I think I want to go some places like different like that. That's not really close to home. Like I'd love to maybe do a show in like Chicago or Vegas. Some places on the West Coast they have shows in like Albuquerque.
Right.
I think it's pretty far, but why not? I'd like to just try something different. I don't want it
Mm,
to go to places that's close to home. So
all right. Now, what gym is this?
it's a Coliseum in Jamaica,
No.
Queens.
Oh, yes, where you work out?
Yep, that's where I work out. It's 24 hours.
Oh, how long you stay there?
Uh, I probably in the morning, maybe like 2 hours, because I work out in the morning.
Right.
So I say I'm there for like 2 hours in the morning, from like 4 to 6.
Mm,
So
yeah. What's your
yeah,
favorite workout routine?
my favorite. I don't really have a favorite, but I think
Right.
maybe I think I kind of like my machine. My favorite machine is probably the hack squat machine, and then
What's that, if you don't mind me asking?
the hack squat is you're kind of slanted, your back is you kind of like on an incline, and then you do
Yeah.
squats. Go down as low as you can, and you come back up.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
yeah, that's
All
that's a hack squat machine.
right.
Yeah.
So, always George Page asks, what inspires Nicole to stay in the gym?
Um, it's that feeling that you get after every workout because you don't
Mm,
really I guess the adrenaline doesn't kick into afterwards,
right.
but it's the feeling. Nothing beats that feeling. It's kind of like you're
Mm,
almost chasing that feeling like every time you work out. And also I really do it for health reasons. I'm getting older and I'm going through perimenopause, and this training really helped like keep the symptoms at bay.
mm.
It really makes me feel a lot better. So right now that's what like just health reasons and that the way it makes me feel that keeps me going. And it's
Mm.
nice and like it's nice that I inspire people too. 'Cause they see me, they see my physique, and they like. Yesterday I went to the store and a young lady said, "Oh, you have nice arms. Like I want to go back to the gym. I want to start working out and stuff like that makes me really happy. So at least I know that people are inspired by my physique and by my training. Even the people that look at my Instagram, I know a lot of people are inspired. So that keeps me going too.
Do you have guys approaching you and stuff, complimenting you?
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
get compliments
oh,
from men and from women. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They give you your own. They be want to ask you for your phone number or something like that to get to that level.
No.
Nah, or they just.
They're very respectful.
Oh,
So
that's good.
no one's been
That's good.
no one's been disrespectful or like I guess what would you call it? Rude or fresh. So or
Yeah,
inappropriate. So nah, it really is a lot of it is just like fascination and interest and like wow, how did you build your physique that way? So which is really
yeah.
cool. And
Yeah, this is
I like hearing from men too. You know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some guys that's real serious about working out and stuff, and impressed
Yeah.
with the women working out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But there's some other guys that they're schmoes. They like they like women bodybuilders and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you doing some cool stuff though. You doing like these lunges or something.
Yeah.
Not this way. Like who are these like people that these people that you work out with mostly?
That's I think that's was that a group class?
Let me see. This is my cousin, same bloodline. She's super dope,
Oh,
crushing her
yeah.
goals at boot camp.
So
So this is
that's my
like a
cousin
boot
Stacy.
camp.
Yeah, that's my cousin Stacy. She does boot camp
Oh,
and
okay,
she was like really inspired because she hadn't trained in a while and she wanted to get back into it.
right.
So I was kind of just like you know I would say motivating her, but I was like I was like just because like you can do it. No,
Yeah,
I said just look at my Instagram. I'm gonna for a couple of days, I tagged her when I walked. Every time I walk into the gym, I do a video. So I tagged her on a couple of my Instagram posts just to inspire her, and then she got back into to boot camp, and like like the rest is history. She's been doing really well with it. So
mm,
yeah,
yeah,
and I see that she's good at it. That's as I say, find something that you like to do and stick to it.
right.
She's not into the bodybuilding thing, but she likes boot camp.
Mm.
She likes strength training, the full body workouts, and boot camp is like intense, and that's what she's into. So
I used
she's
to
doing.
see people doing that boot camp stuff. Like there was like a coach or something, and he
Yeah.
had them like doing like these steps, like in these
Oh,
benches and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What I like about it
So,
because they have like it's like circuit training. So there's
right,
like a bunch of exercises that you do in rotation, and you might do it that same routine maybe like 2 or 3 times.
right.
So and actually, I think circuit training is really good too. So
Oh, okay.
I believe that's what she's doing in her class. But yeah, I'm happy for her. So like I said, she
I'm
found a
gonna
coach
ask
that
you.
sticking with it.
I was gonna ask you, like, why you don't have you don't have you could is it hard to find like a trainer here or a coach here in New York City?
No, I don't think it is. I don't
Oh,
think it's
okay.
that was just my coach is like I really met them her by accident.
Oh, we're gonna walk through her Instagram. So she come back.
Hello, sorry about that.
Yeah.
My phone rang. No,
No, don't worry.
I met my coach by accident because it wasn't supposed to. I met her back in 2020. It was like during the
Yeah.
pandemic. I was on that women that Facebook group for women who lift weights, and I actually met her through that just by just women
Mm,
participating and talking about their bodybuilding journeys. I found out she was a coach. We did a consultation. That was back in 2020. I've been working with her ever since. So it wasn't supposed to,
mm.
you know, it wasn't supposed to be. I didn't. I just found her by accident. So she just became my coach, and then my posing coach. I found her because I joined the OCB's email. So I was getting emails from them, and she had a live class in New York in Queens. I was like, why not go to a live class? So a live class, she can see my body. She can really help me tweak my posing. That's how I met her. I loved the class. I loved working with her, and the rest is history.
How they
So
help you improve, like especially like in this competition?
how do my coaches help me improve?
Yeah, like what's like the positive feedback from? I mean, what's the positive thing that you can say about your coaches? especially training you in this last show that you just did?
Uh, Everything, because the thing that my coach that she's also a nutritionist,
Yeah.
so nutrition is key. So she was on point. She helped me a lot with she wrote my meal plans. She was like, and say she's already in the UK, so it's like she can't be here physically, but I check in with her every week. I speak to her through WhatsApp. We video chat, and my posing coach, I can call her anytime. They were always like they always told me where I needed more work. They always complimented my dedication. They were really proud
Mm,
of me that I was so dedicated. It was like I get it. When you're working with somebody, you want to see that they put a lot of work in. Like it takes two to tango, so they put a lot of work and energy into me, into my training. But
right.
it's nice to get that back from your client. So
Yeah.
imagine you had a client, you're writing these programs for them. You set up these meal plans, or you're working with them every week on the post, but they're not giving you that energy. So they were happy because they were getting the same energy they were giving me. I was giving it right back. So it was kind of like we were meeting each other halfway the whole time. So it was they were super supportive. You know, they pushed me. My coach gave me some tough love sometimes, but like
Yeah.
asked me how I'm feeling. There were times like during like when we started cutting calories, I was like, I know I'm a little tired. She, that's normal. You'll be all right. Kind of like man up.
Hmm.
So yeah, she gave me a little bit of tough love, but always supportive. She came all the way from the UK to see me, so mm, like wow, how tremendous is that? She came all the way from a different country to see me compete.
What makes you? I don't know if somebody asked this, but what makes you want to compete? Like, because it's not an easy sport. Like bodybuilding, it's very unique.
Yeah,
Like, you don't have a team. Like, well, it do, but it's not like basketball or baseball and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
what makes you like strive to do this?
Well, I've always been competitive, even when I was in high school. I played sports. I played volleyball. I played basketball, which
Right.
are all team sports. But I always had. I guess I always had an interest in individual sports. Like I did some kickboxing too.
Okay,
Um,
that's cool.
yeah, it's kickboxing. I competed in taekwondo, which is an individual sport. It's just you and your opponent. So to me, it's just like I don't know. I guess it's something that's within me. Like why not this why not just like show your skills? You know, show what you learned. Like put it
Uh,
out there. It just makes I don't know. To me, it's just I personally I just need competition. It's just like it's like a goal of mine, and I've always been like this. I just like to compete. You know,
hmm. Yeah,
you know.
that competitive nature there.
Yeah, I have a competitive nature. I like to compete. I like to see how I can improve.
How
How
far did
I'm
I
sorry.
was no, I was about to ask you how far did you go in Taekwondo?
Oh, I got my black belt in Taekwondo when I was in high school.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I went all the way to. I went as far as I could. I competed in that too. I traveled to compete in Taekwondo as well. So this
Oh, cool.
this seemed like okay. It can't be any way. Like why not compete?
Mm.
you know.
Why did you stop out of curiosity?
Why did I stop Taekwondo?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it, I think it ran its course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it for many years. When I got to college, I couldn't really. I think I could practice on my own, but my coach was in New York. My college was in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
so I tried to get back into it. But I don't know. Once I got out of college, the interest wasn't there as much as it was before. So I just felt like it ran its course, and I just moved on.
Well, understandable.
yeah.
Like, all right, with competing bodybuilder, like, how far do you want to take it?
Um, as far as I can, meaning that I'll compete till I don't want to compete anymore, which
Right.
I don't know when that will be. So I can't say
Right.
I'm going to compete for another 10 years. I can't say that because that may or may not happen. You know, because
Right.
that's at first that's what I was telling myself. Then I was like, I'm gonna take it show to show. I'll do it show by show. See how I feel after every show. To see if I want to see if I want to keep going. So right now I want to keep going. So I'll just compete until I just don't want to compete anymore.
Yeah, I see you doing your thing. But um, this is the my role to prep for my OCB figure debut on Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah. we- we- So, so you work on shoulders also?
yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. I don't do full body workouts every day, but everything every day is She's the way she has set up is she has push exercises, pull exercises, upper body, lower body. So every training session targets a different group.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see you doing your sessions, your posing sessions.
Yeah.
You like walking in hills?
Nope.
No,
Not really.
no.
Not really.
What made you want to do it?
A figure?
Yeah, yeah, and walking in hills.
Well, you have to. Well, figure you have to walk in the hills, but I
Yeah,
chose figure because that's the my I have that's the way my physique looks. My physique fits the figure category.
right.
Then because I have with the shoulders and everything, and my arms, my upper body, my back. You know, I'm building my quads out. My quads aren't as big as I want them to be, but they've come a long way. But my physique right now is fits figure.
Okay. I'm sorry. I think it was slow. Like I don't know. My tablet acts funny. But she consider moving over to the NPC. They're planning on having more natural shows.
Oh, they want to compete in NPC.
He said, would she consider moving to the NPC? They're planning on having more natural shows.
Yeah, I would try. I definitely will,
Hmm.
but I got to build more. I look at how my body looks from year to year, and I'm very strategic when I compete, meaning that I don't go to shows blindly.
Right,
So before I even competed in OCB, I went to a show. I went to the show last year in Brooklyn, but I also was on YouTube looking at videos of amateur shows, of figure competitors just to see, how I would match up. So was careful research, and if I think my body is, if I'm happy with that look, if I think I can, be a good contender for an NPC show, I'll definitely go for another NPC show, a natural NPC show. Yeah, why not?
when did you get your pro card again?
When or for pro?
When?
Figure.
Like, oh, and this was through the OCB.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday,
okay.
I became a pro on Sunday.
Yeah.
Last Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, yeah. I figured that. Yeah, I was just wanting to make sure. Yeah,
yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I know you was just really excited that whole week. I could imagine, right?
Yeah, it was. I can't even explain the feeling.
Mm,
It's like it felt surreal. Did this really just happen? Like it happened so fast. Like did this really just happen? Like did I really
right.
just like take everything? Because overall, like I won in every category. Like did this really? I don't know. It's a good feeling. It's a good
Well,
feeling.
if you was in the NPC, would you think that you would get the same result, like getting your pro card that quick, like the
Well,
OCB?
I know with NPC they do it differently. So when I competed in
Yeah,
NPC, the show I competed, it was an amateur show, but that it was a pro qualifier. So that show qualified me. If you place, I think first or second, it will qualify you to do a pro show. Where if you won that show, you become pro. So not in one shot. I'd have to do more than one shot. To
I heard I heard you had to start all over, like if you do another organization, like let's say outside of like let's say like um I heard like you like to get your pro card,
Mhm.
you had to like if you like you're an NPC, you have to start all over. Correct
Oh
me if I'm wrong.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah
okay.
it's two different organizations. So I'm all for it. I'll start from the bottom of the NPC and work my way up.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind. So,
So what you have planned like for the like the months or for the year following?
so for this year, I'm gonna just build.
Hmm.
Go back to the lab, go back to the gym. Build, eat, build, and for a year, so I was talking to my coach. We're gonna see how everything looks for a year from now,
Right.
and see if I'm ready to for my pro debut because I want to be I want to be bring the best package I possibly can to that stage when I do my first pro show.
Right.
And in the meantime, I'll do my research. I'll go to any shows that I can make into. I'll watch shows on YouTube. I'll do my research. I'll keep practicing my posing in the meantime. So
Yeah, I noticed that you look at other like athletes like in the IFBB. Like who's your favorite one?
my favorite an IFB by her name is Lola Montez.
Lola Montez. I think I've heard that name before.
Yeah, she's my favorite. I actually met her at Mr. Olympia uh, 2 years ago.
Right.
She's really nice. She's really nice. She's really humble. Her physique is like amazing. She's kind of like I like her because I would say we kind of have similar body types.
Right.
With the same height. I love her back is like humongous. And like that's the thing.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
She's a sister, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I
Yeah,
think she's Jamaican or she has a Jamaican background, but yeah, her back is.
yeah,
But she's not. She's small. She has a big back, but she's not like I said.
right,
With the same height. So I think that's why I found her look so appealing. But
right.
yeah, and then she's a really nice. She has an amazing personality. So
Mhm.
she's definitely my favorite.
Always George Page says Lola is number 3 in figure at the Olympia.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she placed third at the Olympia, but she's still my favorite.
Yeah, so and he also says she has to do regionals and get national qualification.
Yeah, okay, and she's still my favorite. I still love her physique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate you for your time and are you gonna compete? Are you gonna compete? When you gonna compete in another show in Brooklyn?
I don't. Well, I think that's the only OCB show in Brooklyn, the one that we went to on Sunday,
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
Apple. But if they have more shows in Brooklyn, or if happen to have a pro show in Brooklyn, I wouldn't mind competing in that. But first, I want to train for a year
right.
because I've seen what the professional bigger competitors look like, and I want to be a good contender. I want to place as high as I possibly can. So we'll
Yeah,
go back to the lab, build for a year, and see where I'm at, and I'll take it from there.
yeah. Best wishes to you.
Huh?
No, I said best wishes to you,
Oh,
like
thank you. Oh,
on
thank
your
you.
journey.
Thank you.
I know it's not an easy journey.
Nah, but
So,
I'm having. You gotta have fun. I'm having fun with it. I love the challenge.
all right. So let me leave you alone, and I'm gonna stay in touch.
Okay.
Hopefully we see each other physically again, but not at a distance. You know.
Well, when I can the next time I compete, I'll shoot you a text and I'll let you know where I'm competing, just to
All right.
keep you informed. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Later.
All right.
No
Bye bye.
doubt. Bye.